Hey y'all, what up? This is Just That Dude and this is Just That TV, and I am here to talk about Catfish Season 5 Episode 16, Candace and Titus. Okay y'all, so I don't know, for some reason I was really like deeply into this episode. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. Like, it brought me back to like when Catfish first started. Like, I was like really like, oh my god, who is it? Oh my god, is it this person, is it that person? Like, it was just too motherfucking funny. But I'm gonna go and get through this real motherfucking quick because I am super tired, like super freaking tired. I've been working hella hours and I'm ready to go to fucking sleep. So I'm gonna go and get down to it, get on through it real quick for y'all. Okay, so we got Candace, or Candick, because, you know, she ain't got no E on the end of her motherfucking name. She from PA or whatever. She been talking to this guy named Titus or whatever, who's also from PA. They met on this retail app site or whatever. She said she was on there selling a purse or something, and he was acting like he was interested in the purse or whatever like that, but he was really interested in trying to talk to her and get to know her or whatever. And she started talking to him, and, you know, they ended up blossoming. You know, he was good to talk to, and she was enjoying his conversation and all the other stuff. So, you know, y'all know how this story goes. Of course, she's never seen him. He only sent her one photo. They've never talked on the phone, but she don't really care because she got a lot going on in her life right now. Okay, this bitch Candace is motherfucking married with a child, a daughter. She's been married for 7 years to this guy named Jamie. She says she has a lot going on. She doesn't consider herself cheating because she hasn't done anything physical with this man and hasn't, you know, reached anything like that. She don't send naked pictures. They don't talk about things like that. She's not interested in being in a relationship. She just likes to talk to him because she can't talk to her husband Jamie at home. They was recently in the army, both of them or whatever like that. I think he went further than she did or whatever. I don't know how the army worked, but whatever. He's still in the army, she not. And, you know, it kind of messed his mind up a little bit or whatever. Y'all know how that army life can be. Like, everybody in the army, I salute to y'all because, woo, y'all good ones, because it couldn't be it. He's difficult to talk to, you know, he's emotionally cut off or whatever. She got a lot of things going on in her life. Later in the episode, she explains it all. She says that her father, I forgot what was the diagnosis that he had, but he had HIV or whatever. He ended up transferring it to the mom, and she ended up passing away. The dad felt so bad about it, you know, took it really hard, and, you know, kind of blamed himself for it. Ended up becoming an alcoholic, an angry alcoholic or whatever, and it just spiraled out of control for her. She was in like foster care and like all this other stuff. She grew up, she had a tough childhood or whatever, you know. She grew up kind of like a rebel or whatever, and she was like exhibiting the same signs of her father. She was drinking heavily or whatever. She said she didn't want to do that anymore, so she ended up going to the army to try to change her life around, and that's where she met her husband Jamie. The spark is dead, you know. She can't get anything out of him. She's now, you know, now that she has a daughter, she's now going through all these emotions. She's missing her mom, and she feels like she can't talk to Jamie, so she's talking to Titus or whatever. Titus is giving her everything that she needs. He's talking to her, he's comforting her, he's being there for her. Everything that she wants Jamie to be, Titus is there being that person or whatever. So basically it's like she's cheating, but she's not cheating. But I still say she's cheating because technically she's in an emotional relationship with Titus. Whether you're doing anything physical or not, but you're in an emotional relationship. And I feel like physical and emotional are two different things, because if you're cheating physically, you're just a dirty dog ass motherfucking person. Like, for real, you want his sex because for real, like, y'all know the saying when you be like, when you know, you say to a man, you thinking with the head down there, not the head up there. Because when you, I'm about to get a little personal, when you, like, you know, horny or whatever, you do, like, you don't think straight. Like, you really fucking don't. Not saying that that is an excuse, because it's really not. But at the same time, cheating emotionally, when you're emotionally invested in somebody and you've given your heart to them, that is 10 times worse. Like, to me, in my opinion. Like, bitch, any one of both of them get you cut and fucked up. Like, for real. But just, oh my gosh, bitch, just, you know, giving yourself emotionally to somebody is just horrible. Like, for real, that's fucked up. Especially to be married for 7 years. So You know, I'm like, ooh, girl, I don't know how you gonna get out of this one. But she says she wants Nev and Max to help her to find who Titus is or whatever, and to help her tell her husband, because, you know, she gonna have to tell her husband how to meet her or whatever like that. You know how they do. They get all the information that they need or whatever. And we start doing searches, okay? They first search your phone number. Phone number comes back that it's a pinger number. And it was like, oh, it's a pinger number. Why do you use that? And I'm thinking to myself, like, bitch, I got a pinger number. Like, what you mean? Like, maybe this nigga broke and he can't pay his phone bill. I mean, they search his picture. His picture come back to some little website with a guy's name on there. His name is Steven, and he lives in Sacramento, California. So they're like, ooh, who is Steven? I think it said something, what the fuck was his name? It was something stupid. His last name was stupid as fuck, like, for real, for real. And it was like, ooh, who is Steven? Like, it was like, okay, let's check the retail app, let's check the app that he be on or whatever like that. Let's check his profile on the app. They check his profile on the app, and you know how the Twitter or whatever, or Instagram or whatever, it asks you like your username, and then it shows like a little another name or whatever. Like, basically you have two names on the motherfucking thing. Don't nobody be knowing which one your username and which one your motherfucking profile name and all the other retarded shit. That's how it was. And his profile name on there was like Spencer D. And it was like, who the fuck is Spencer D? Why the fuck would it say Spencer D? Like, who the fuck is this? So they searched that or whatever, and it comes back to this guy named Spencer Duncan. Now, this is where shit was like, what? Bitch, what? Like, for real. Bitch, Spencer Duncan fucking was in the army. And he recently motherfucking passed away in the motherfucking army. So they like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? Then they find out that he was buried in PA. So we like, what? Like, so this, I'm like, oh, my motherfucking seat, bitch. I'm like, who is it, bitch? Who is it? Because obviously it's somebody she motherfucking know, okay? Like, for real, for real. Which, you know, I was watching it with my sister, and she kind of pegged it from the motherfucking start, but I was still playing along like I didn't motherfucking know who the fuck it was, you know? I was still going through it, you know, because you never know. It could be, you know, a twist. I was hoping for a twist, but... So they take all this information back to Candace or whatever, and they start telling her about everything. And they was like, they got to the Spencer guy, and they was like, do you know somebody named Spencer Duncan? And she was like, yes, I know Spencer Duncan or whatever. That was a really good friend of mine. He passed away in Afghanistan or whatever. And they're like, oh my gosh, like, bitch, you know Spencer Duncan. So I'm like, bitch, Spencer is hitting her up from the motherfucking grave, bitch. Like, I was over it. Like, I swear to God on everything. Like, bitch, that, I'm not gonna lie, that thought jumped into my head. Like, for real, because I'm like, bitch, like, why would somebody use a dead man's motherfucking name? Like, that's kind of fucked up. Like, to catfish her with. Like, why would you do that? You trying to fuck up my motherfucking life here. Like, don't do no shit like that. And even it was asking her, like, well, who else knew that you were good friends with Spencer? She was like, oh, well, you know, everybody knew, like, my training buddies or whatever like that. They was like, do any of them live in motherfucking PA? She was like, yeah, one person does or whatever, but I don't know why he will be doing this. And they was like, okay, well, who know that you be on this site or whatever? Do they know that you be on this site? And they was like, I don't think so. She was like, my sister knows. And they was like, oh, I mean, do you think it could be your sister? She like, I don't know, like, we got into a big fight. And I'm like, oh, bitch, it's her sister. Like, bitch, it jumped in my mind. I'm like, bitch, it's her sister. I'm like, oh my God, her petty ass motherfucking sister. The bitch is mad, and she on here freaking playing goddamn games with this girl. Like, you know she be on this motherfucking site. You knew about Spencer Duncan. Bitch, you playing these motherfucking games. Bitch, it's her fucking sister. Bitch, I just knew it was her motherfucking sister. I wanted it to be her sister so motherfucking bad. Like, for real. Because I'm like, bitch, that's the twist that I'm looking for, that I need. Bitch, I need another motherfucking goddamn fat ass Kelly Price. Like, I need a twist. Like, for real. Like, I was just wanting the fucking twist. So Candace ended up hitting up Titus and letting Titus know that Nev and Max was there and that they wanted to meet or whatever like that. And I think like the next day or that night, he hit them back or whatever and was like, oh, for real? That's how you feel though? You gonna call Nev and Max? Okay, well put it like this then. I'm not gonna meet you. I wanna meet Nev first. And then from there, I will let you know if I want to meet you. That's basically what he said. He didn't say that verbatim, but bitch, I'm just giving it to you like if we was on the streets, bitch, because, you know, I'm hooding this down for you. So I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up or whatever like that. Like, what you got to hide? And it was like, okay, well, you know, we gonna do this or whatever. She was like, I'm cool with that happening. And I was like, bitch, you ain't got no choice. So Nev go to meet up with Titus or whatever. He said meet him at this park or some bullshit or whatever. I'm still thinking it's the sister at this point, because the text message was like, meet me after lunch at such and such park. And I was like, only women write stuff like that, like after lunch. Like, bitch, men don't know when lunchtime is. Like, they just eat. Like, so I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It's still her sister, like, in my head. So Nev get there, whatever, get out the car, walk over there, and bitch, tell me why it's her motherfucking husband. Why the fuck is her husband catfishing her? Somebody please tell me. Please tell me. Please. Why is her husband catfishing her? It made no sense. At all. At all. It was dumb as fuck. Stupid. Ignorant as hell. Waste of motherfucking time. Bitch, I was over it. His whole reasoning behind it was he felt like something was off between him and Candace. He felt like maybe she was starting to stray and maybe she was interested in other people. So he made the profile to basically catch her ass up. He wanted to see if she was motherfucking... He threw the bait out there and see if this bitch was going to catch, basically. He wanted to see if she was about that motherfucking life, okay? And come to fucking find out, she wasn't. He asked her for naked pictures and all this other stuff, and she was like, no, nigga, I'm married. I don't do all of that, bitch. This is just conversation. And he felt dumb as fuck. He felt stupid. Egg on your motherfucking face. He was like, he was going to delete the motherfucking number or whatever like that. But one day he came in the house and he caught her crying or whatever. And he was like, what you crying for? She was staring at a picture, and it was a picture of her mom. Now, if I walk into the house and I see my significant other crying about a picture of their mom, and I know their mom is deceased, I'm going to sit down with them and I'm going to talk to them and see, like, what's going on. Like, talk to me, like, what's on your mind? Like, why are you sitting here staring at this picture? Like, you know, like, I'm going to want to find out some stuff. Like, damn, because my heart goes out to you. This man got to be cold as fuck. Like, what is wrong with you, Jamie? Like, it made no fucking sense to me. Joe peanut head ass, you Ed Nettie looking motherfucker. Like, what is wrong with him? Like, I didn't get that shit at all. He told some he left because his daughter had to go to school. Okay, what the fuck? Like, you just left. Like, she could have been late. That wasn't a good enough excuse for her to be a little couple minutes late. Like, come on now. Like, she ain't in shit but motherfucking like pre-K. So he was like on the way to dropping his daughter off at school or whatever. He received a text message on the Pinger app, and it was Candace or whatever hitting up Titus. You know, trying to talk to Titus, and she started confiding in him, telling him what was all wrong and how she was feeling and all this other stuff. And he was like, damn, like, she doesn't even tell me this stuff. Why she telling him this stuff? I'm like, nigga, because you left. Like, I don't understand why you so confused, bitch. You left. The fuck? So he felt the type of way. He just kept the shit going or whatever like that. And I was like, you dumb. Like, you should have fucking came home and talked to your fucking wife. Like, you fucking dumb as hell. Like, that shit was just dumb. So Nev basically was letting his ass know, like, bitch, that was dumb. You dumb. And we need to go back here and, you know, we need to introduce you basically to your wife, bitch. Like, this is an introduction. For real, for real. So they go back to the B&B or whatever, and he gets out the motherfucking car. This bitch like, oh my god, that's my husband. And she kind of runs up the fucking steps, and I'm like, bitch, stop playing these games, bitch. He Titus, calm the fuck down, ho. You scared for no motherfucking reason. Like, it was too motherfucking funny. But then, like, you could tell when he was like, you know, he told her that he was Titus or whatever, her face kind of was like, bitch, because she was mad. She was in her motherfucking feelings, because I honestly felt like that she was going to probably leave this man. Like, for real, for real. I felt like she probably was going to leave her husband for Titus, because Titus was everything that she wanted, needed, and motherfucking desire. And her husband wasn't giving her shit. And I felt like that was stupid, because ultimately you felt like your wife was cheating. And she wasn't. But then you created a perfect man for her. So basically, she was emotionally cheating with a man that you created from you. So if this man was somehow real, bitch, she would have left you for Titus. which was ultimately you. Like, she would have left you for you. Like, it didn't make no motherfucking sense when you could have been you all along. Bitch, does that even make sense? Like, are y'all here with me? Do y'all see me, bitch? Do we see each other? Like, let me know, because like this nigga was so stupid. Like, this didn't make no motherfucking sense at all. He talking about some, he's sorry. She wanna know why he did it. Talk about some, this bitch was like, cause you know I get insecure and I think that you're out here doing things like that, but I would never do anything like this. I said, bitch, you ain't got shit to be worried about, cause don't nobody want his peanut ass. Don't nobody want his peanut head ass, bitch. Like, stop motherfucking playing, girl. Stop playing. Just like, you know, I just need more from you and I need you to be there and blah, 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 bitch. And in the end, they was happy. You know, they still together, and I guess he doing better. For real, to be quite the fuck honest and to be blunt and to motherfucking let you know for real, Candace, bitch, you need help. You need to go see a motherfucking therapist, okay? You need Iyanla. That's who you fucking need, because, bitch, you talking to Nev and motherfucking Max being on some MTV show, bitch, no, it's deeper than that, okay? You need to go get some help, okay? Because it starts with the foundation. Your foundation is cracked, boo. Okay, it's correct. You got a lot of deep-rooted motherfucking issues and skeletons in your past that you need to get together, because, girl, MTV is not the motherfucking way to go, for real. Like, you better take my advice, girl. You need some help. You in danger, girl. But that was it, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this episode. Like, this episode was funny. Like, it really was. But like I said, it was funny because it got me back into that little, oh my god, like, who is it mode. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm like sleepy as hell and I'm kind of delusional. But let me know what y'all think about it. Make sure y'all thumbs up this video, share this video on all y'all social networks, and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see y'all next time.